Hello, Ninja Warriors. So today's session is going to be all about KCET. So if you are a KCET aspirant, hit the like button right away and let me know in the chat box whether I am perfectly audible or visible or not. Okay. All right. Yes, everybody. Hi. Just confirm that whether your Ninja ma'am is clearly audible and visible or not. Okay. Yes. All right. So for all of those who don't know me, who are new to the channel, who are new to this platform or who are new to my session, this is my brief introduction. My name is Namrata and I have over more than 10 years of teaching experience, both online and offline. These are my credentials and I have got various selections in top IITs, NITs and other reputed colleges as well. So without wasting any time, we are going to start with 50 short must solve questions for KCET examination. Okay. Yes, can you make a video for Comed K? Yes, definitely we are going to make a video for Comed K as well. But you know what? You need to like my session right away. Okay. So I don't know how many of you have already liked it, but I can't see likes. I always see why the number of likes is way too less than number of live watching. Okay. It should be way too more. Okay. All right, BitSat series, yes, definitely we are going to do that as well. The very first question, let's start, which is from the vector and 3D geometry, my dear students. And this is a KCET PYQ. Very easy question based on Lagrange's identity, or you can say relation between cross and dot product. So you need to know the relation between cross and dot product. Let me just show you the formula. A cross B whole square plus A dot B. Okay, and this is A square B square. Right here, can you see that this is nothing but, as per this question, this is 36. That means A square B square is 36. In this question, magnitude of A is 3. Okay, so this is 3 square B square is equals to 36. Clearly, B square is coming out as 4. So B is equals to, magnitude of B is equals to positive 2. Which is matching with option D, because as per the question they are talking about magnitude of B. Okay, so option D, Sweta, absolutely right. Comet K, BitSat, everything we are going to bring. Don't worry. Okay. All right. Yes. Okay. The next question over here. The next question over here is from 3D geometry and based on direction cosines. Okay, so we know the relation between direction cosines, cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equals to 1. Correct? Now as per the question, line makes an angle of pi by 3 with each x and y axis. Okay, line makes an angle of pi by 3 with each x and y axis. What does that mean? Cos square pi by 3 plus cos square pi by 3 plus cos square gamma is equals to 1. Now cos square pi by 3, cos 60 degree is half. Half square is what? So 2 into 1 by 2 square is 1 by 4 plus cos square gamma is equals to 1. So cos square gamma is nothing but half. This implies cos gamma is equals to plus minus 1 by root 2. So angle over here is either 45 degree, which is right away present. Option C again is absolutely right. Okay. All right. Clear. Next question, without wasting any time, is from determinants, specifically from differentiation of determinants. Okay. So if A is given as this, so can you see that A is, so this is your A. They are talking about dB by dx. So dB by dx, we need to differentiate. Okay. How do you differentiate a determinant? Do you know? Are you aware about the process? Yes. Are you aware about the formula? So to differentiate any determinant, what happened? Sunny Deol opens about religious beliefs. Okay. Something is going on. Temperature. But I don't know why the universe is trying to tell us this. Okay, we'll read the news a little later. Okay, dB by dx. Now, first row will be differentiated. That will be 1, 0, 0. Rest everything will be exactly same. Here the second row will be differentiated. Rest everything will be exactly same. Here third row will be differentiated, okay, and everything will be exactly same. So this is x square minus 1. Okay, what about this? So if you go by this is also x square minus 1. Okay, but this is plus minus plus minus plus. Yes, so this is x square minus 1. This is also x square minus 1. And what about this? This is also x square minus 1. 3 times x square minus 1. Okay, 3 times x square minus 1. And you know what? Determinant A is what? 3. So x square minus 1. So this is nothing but 3 times A. So correct answer is option A, which is absolutely right, everybody. Yes, getting it, understanding it. Okay, all right. Next question on your screen is from the world of statistics. Standard deviation of number is given as root 5. Square root of 5 is your standard deviation. Okay. So over here, standard deviation is nothing but sigma square. Sorry, it is sigma. Right, standard deviation is sigma, but we need, so standard deviation will be what? Sigma square. Sorry, standard deviation will be sigma, which is equals to square root of. Now, understand, standard deviation will be sigma xi square upon n minus mean square. Okay, so sigma xi square, 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus k square, 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus k square upon 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 minus mean ka square. Now if you add everything, 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you add everything, you are going to get k upon 4. So k by 4 whole square, and there is a square root involved. Okay, all right. So this is now standard deviation is root 5. So this is your root 5. As per the question, this is root 5. Square cancel out. So you're going to get 1 plus 1, 2 plus k square minus k square. Okay, hold on. This is upon 4, this is upon 16 is equals to 5. Now if you take LCM, this is 8 plus 2k square minus k square upon 16 is equals to 5. This implies what? So this is k square plus 8 is equals to 80. So k square is nothing but 72. K will be what? So this is 8 into 9. So 3 into 2 root 2. 3 into 2 root 2. 3 into 2 root 2 is matching with k square is 72. Hold on, let me just check. K square, 3k square, they are talking about 3k square. 4 से multiply किया. Okay, so 4, this is 3. 4 से multiply किया. Yes, so this is 4k square minus k square. So this is 3k square. 3k square is 72. 3 1s are 3. 3 2s are 6. 3 4s are 12. K square is 24. So clearly k will be 2 root 6. Option D is absolutely right. Okay, everybody. MET exam? Yes. Okay. What you can do is you can just write down in the comment section, name the exam, and I'll take that exam. Okay, if I get good number of likes on that comment. Okay. All right. See, negation for the statement for every real number x square plus 5 is positive. So we are looking for negation. For every real number, x square plus 5 is not positive. No. Actually, what is the negation? There exists at least one real number x such that x square plus 5 is not positive. See, to prove this wrong, we need just one real number. Completely, you don't want this to be completely incorrect, right? So, option C will be absolutely right. Okay, clear? Yes, why? Because see, if I say that this is the truth, the 100% truth, but if someone comes and tell us, no, so he or she only has to prove just one thing in that whole. See, if I am saying this complete thing is a truth, if someone points it out at the circle and says that, no, this is not the truth, then that means the complete thing is in question right now. Now, how can we trust the whole rectangle when the circle inside is a lie? Right? Same thing is happening. There exists at least one real number x such that x square plus 5 is not positive. So, to prove it wrong, we don't want कि x square plus 5 is always negative. No. We just want one thing to prove it wrong. Next question, shaded region we are looking for. The shaded region is the solution set of which inequalities? Okay. So clearly this is y is equals to, this is y is equals to 3. So this is y should be less than or equals to 3. X also should be less than or equals to 6. And this line which is 5x plus 4y is equals to 20. And now see 0, 0 is actually not satisfying this. So see if you, yes, greater than or equal to, right? So see, understand. Both the inequalities, x less than, y is also less than. So option A is wrong. Both x and y should be less, and the third inequality, so this is also wrong. Third inequality should be greater. So clearly option C is absolutely right in this. Okay, option C. Now the next question, 1 plus iota upon 1 minus iota raised to power x is equals to 1. Okay, so 1 plus iota upon 1 minus iota into 1 plus iota upon 1 plus iota. I am rationalizing it. Power x is equals to 1. 1 plus iota whole square. 1 square plus iota square. Iota square is minus 1. Plus 2 iota upon 1 minus iota. 1 plus iota is 1 square minus iota square. So this is nothing but 2 iota, and this is 1 plus 1, 2. Power x is right here. 2 cancel, iota power x is nothing but 1. Iota power x is 1. Okay? Iota power x is 1. Tell me, what should be the value of x? Obviously, x should be multiple of 4. Then only it will be 1. See, the option D is absolutely right. Next question on your screen. Yes, this question. See, again, very easy question, I would say. Tan inverse 1 by root 3 sine 5 by 2. So this is tan inverse 1 by root 3 sine 5 by 2. Sine 5 by 2. Sine 5 pi by 2 is 1. Okay. Alright. Then sine inverse. So this is sine inverse cos. Sine inverse root 3 by 2. 60 degree. So cos 60 degree. Cos 60 degree is half. So this is tan inverse 1 by root 3, which is 30 degree, pi by 6, multiply. Now cos 60 degree is half, sin inverse half is again 60 degree, pi by 6, pi square by 36 is absolutely right. So option A is absolutely correct. Okay. Let us move on to the next problem, which is based on the composite function, which was asked in KCET 2024. Okay. So over here, gof x is given, fog x is given. Then they are talking about fx and gx. Okay. Alright. So what we need to do is, we need to go by options over here. Let's go by options, everybody. See, if fx is this, gx is this. Then gof x, how to calculate gof x? So just replace this x by f of x. G of f of x will be equals to f of x. Correct, and f of x will be equals to sine square x. So gof x here is sine square x. Gof x here is sine square x, which is not matching with the question. So option A is wrong. Similarly, over here, g of f of x is equals to root f of x is equals to square root of, what is fx? Okay. So what is fx? Fx is nothing but from here sine root x. So sine root x. Obviously, gof x is coming out as root sine root x, which is very obvious that this is not coming out as sine x. That is also wrong. Now again this here again gof x will be what? Root fx. Root fx, square root of what is fx now? Fx in here, sine square x. So now we can say that this is sine x. Okay, this is sine x. So it seems that option C is correct. And if you verify fog x, option C will also be the correct one. Okay. Yes, KCET examination is usually it is having easy questions, right? Then the next question, right, which is again based on composite function involving limits. Okay, so now watch how this question has to be done. This is slightly tricky question. This is not the easy question. Limit f of x tend to 2 minus. That means you are looking for f of 1.99999 will be equals to what? So that means x should be less than 2. X less than 2, that means this branch. So this is 2 square minus 1. 2 square minus 1 will be 4 minus 1, 3. So f of 2 is 3. Correct? F of 2 is 3. From here, now this is f of 2.0001. Okay, so f of, that means f of 2 but slightly greater than 2. That means this branch 2 2s are 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So this is your 7. 3 and 7 are the roots. 3 and 7 3s are 21. Option C again is absolutely right. Okay. C means chicken biryani. Chicken biryani. Okay. The next question. Okay. All right. Next question on your screen, which is y is equals to this, and we are looking for dy by dx. Correct. So dy by dx, straight away differentiate 1 plus x square as it is. Keep as it is, 1 plus x square. Tan inverse x will be 1 upon 1 plus x square. Plus product rule I am trying to apply. 1 plus x square kept constant, derivative of tan inverse x is this, plus tan inverse x this time is kept constant, and derivative of 1 plus x square is 2x minus 1. Now this is C gone. So this is 1 minus 1. So dy by dx is nothing but 2x tan inverse x. This is your dy by dx. 2x tan inverse x, which is matching with option B. Everybody? Yes? All right. Perfect. Then the next question is all about application of derivatives. We need to check whether the function is increasing or decreasing. Okay? How to check whether a function is increasing or decreasing? So what you need to do is you need to differentiate the function and make it positive. Correct? So if you differentiate 1 upon 1 plus x minus now 2 plus x whole square. 2 plus x whole square. Correct? 2 plus x whole square, 2 plus x will be kept constant, and this is your 2x. Now derivative of 2x is what? 2. Minus times, this time everybody, 2x will be kept constant and x plus 2 derivative will be 1. Correct? So this is what? 1 upon 1 plus x minus, this is 2 plus x whole square, and this is what? 4 plus 2x minus 2. Okay? So this is what? 2x. So 1 upon 1 plus x, correct? Minus, this is what? Tell me. 2 plus 2x, correct? 2 plus 2x. So 2, 1 plus x, and this is 2 plus x whole square. Correct? This is your f dash x, right or wrong? Okay, so if you take LCM, what are you going to get? See, the moment this is what you're going to get. Minus x, you are getting minus x. 2 minus, you have kept 2x constant. Yes, this is 2x. Okay, so over here, this is, if this is your 2x, then your answer will be what? 2x cancel. So this is 1 upon 1 plus x minus 4 upon x plus 2 whole square. This is your f dash x. Correct? I need to make it greater than 0. Then what you do? You take LCM. See, if you take LCM, you've got this. If you take LCM, what will you get? Tell me. This is 1 plus x, 2 plus x whole square. This is 2 plus x whole square minus 4 times 1 plus x. See, if you solve this, you will get this. Finally, cut short everything, and finally what you are going to get is this. This is your f dash x. Now you want your f dash x to be increasing. So that means it must be greater than 0. See, this is always positive. Your x plus 1 should always be positive. What does that mean? X should be greater than minus 1. If your x is greater than minus 1, the function will be increasing. And if your x is less than minus 1, function is decreasing. That is why option C is absolutely correct. Everybody getting it? Yes. And if you have not liked the session, what are you waiting for? Everybody. Yes, done, done, done. 12th question also done nicely. Now the next question. This is based on indefinite integration. Okay, whenever you see sine square and cos square in denominator, what you need to do is just convert everything in terms of tan. How are you going to do it? By multiplying sec square x in the numerator as well as denominator. See, so your integration will become sec square x dx whole upon, now sec square will be 1 plus tan square x plus 3 sine square into sec square will be tan square plus 8. Okay, so this is sec square. So this is your dt upon 3 plus 1, 4t square plus 9 integration. So this is what? If you take 4 common, so it will be 1 by 4, right? If you take 4 common, it will be dt upon t square plus 9 by 4. Okay, so 1 by 4 was already common. This is tan inverse. Tan inverse, this is 3 by 2, correct? So this is 3 by 2. Tan inverse 3 by 2, and this is 1 by a, so 1 upon 2, and this is 3. So 3 by 8 tan inverse 3 by 2. 3 by 8 tan inverse 3 by 2. 3, hold on. What is happening? Tan x को t डाला. If you put tan x equals to t, so this is tan inverse 3 by, is it 3 by 2 or what? Hold on. So this is 4. If you take 4 common, it is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2, na? Hold on. Have I done any mistake? A. What is A? Tan inverse. Oops. Sorry. Yes, if you take this common, so 1 by 4 was already there. So 1 upon A. What is A? A over here is 3 by 2. So into 3 by 2 tan inverse. Tan x upon 3 by 2. Okay. So this is what? 1 by 6 tan inverse 2 tan x by 3, option B, absolutely right. Yes, option B, absolutely right. Everybody, yes, getting it? Okay. Next question, shall we move on to the next problem? 0 to pi by 2 root sin x cos cube theta d theta, right? So now in this question, whenever you see square root, now, so square root of sin theta is t. So that sin theta will become t square. Or what you can do is put sin theta is equals to, yes, rather than that, put sin theta is equals to t. So that cos theta d theta will be what? Dt. Correct? So what we are going to do is, we are going to write 0 to pi by 2. Now limits will also get changed. When your theta is 0, t will also be 0, but theta pi by 2. So sin pi by 2 will be 1. Now square root of t. This is your cos square theta. Now see, cos square theta. So this I am going to write it as cos square into cos theta d theta. So cos square theta will be what? Tell me. Cos square theta is 1 minus sin square theta. So 1 minus sin square theta, 1 minus t square, and this is your dt. Now you need to integrate t power half minus, this is 2 plus 1 by 2. So 2 plus 1 by 2 will be 5 by 2. So t power 5 by 2, integration 0 to 1, and this is your dt. T power half, so t power 3 by 2, and this is 2 by 3 minus 2 by 5, t power 5 by 2 plus c. Okay? Alrighty? Clear? Yes? Chalo. So this is your answer, and you don't have to like put plus constant, because again 0 to 1 is the upper and lower limit. So if you put 1, 2 by 3 minus 2 by 5 is equals to what? 5 3s are 15, 5 2s are 10 minus 6. 10 minus 6. So this is 4 upon 15. So 4 upon 15, 3 by 2. 1 minus t square. So this is 2 and half. Let me check. What is this? So this is 7 by 2. T square. Okay. So t square. Hold on. 2 plus 1 by 2. Correct? 2 2s are 4 plus 1, 5 by 2. Okay, so this is 5 by 2, but we need to add 1 also, no? Yes, so this is now 7 by 2. Where is my brain? My brain is not braining. Now it's good. Yes, now put the value. So this is 7 3s are 21, 2. 7 minus 3 is 4. So 4 2s are 8, 8 by 21. Option C, absolutely right. Yes, 8 by 3, 8 by 21. Now everybody, the next question, area of the region bounded by this and x-axis. First of all, what is this area? So this is actually a circle, right, whose radius is 4 units. So, and which is the area will be below x-axis. So y is this. This is minus 4, this is plus 4. So area and x-axis. So this is the area they are talking about, correct? So now this area is what? Pi r square by 2. So pi r square by 2. So this is 16 pi by 2. So 16 pi is 8 pi. 8 pi is actually the correct answer. 8 pi, option A. Okay? Option A is absolutely correct. Now the next question, can you see degree of the differential equation? Degree of the differential equation. So to find degree, we need to be absolutely sure that the differential equation is free of radicals or fractional powers. The powers of the differential equation should be in purely whole number. Here, can you see the power is 1 by 3. So we need to cube all the sides. So 1 plus dy by dx whole square plus d2y by dx2 whole square, and this is cube. This is d2y by dx square plus 1. Got it? Cubing both the sides. Now order of this differential equation will be what? Order will be 2, because we can see that your differential equation has been differentiated twice. Okay, that is done. Order is what? 2. Correct? Order is 2. What about the degree part? Now degree of this differential equation will be 2 cube. So degree will be 6. Highest power of the highest differential coefficient is 6. So degree is option D. Absolutely right, 6. Okay. Alrighty. Clear? Now the next question, everybody. Yes. If the straight line 2x minus 3y plus 17 is equals to 0 is perpendicular to the line passing through the points these two. Okay, so this, see the slope of this line, anybody can tell me, minus 2 upon minus 3. So slope of, so which is 2 by 3. Slope of a line perpendicular to this line will be minus 3 by 2, and now minus 3 by 2, now it is passing through. So beta minus, so minus 3 by 2 is equals to beta minus 17, and 15 minus 7 is what? 8. Yes, 2 1s are 2 4s are. So this is minus 12 is equals to beta minus 17. Beta is nothing but 5. Beta is coming out as 5. Option B, absolutely right. Okay. All right. Clear? Everybody? Yes. The next question over here is from, okay. So the next question over here is from parabola. Okay. So a parabola is given, and that too not core parabola. It is basically an intuitive question from quadratic equation as well. See, this parabola is passing through 0, 2. So we can satisfy 0, 2. 2 is equals to, what is this? Minus, so 0, 0, 2 minus 0 plus beta. So beta is coming out as 2 if you satisfy 0, 2, correct? So y is equals to alpha x square minus 6x plus beta. Now I only need alpha. And this parabola is having tangent at x is equals to 3 by 2, which is parallel to x-axis. That means dy by dx at x is equals to 3 by 2 is equals to 0. Okay. Alright. So dy by dx is equals to 2 alpha x minus 6 is equals to 0 at x equals to 3 by 2. You put 3 by 2, 3 alpha minus 6 is equals to 0. Alpha is equals to 2. Then what are they looking for? Alpha 2, beta 2. That is option B, absolutely right. Yes? Okay. Alright. Clear? Next question on your screen. The distance between foci of the hyperbola is 16. You know what? Distance between what is the focus of hyperbola? Plus minus AE comma 0. Plus AE comma 0 minus AE comma 0. Distance between them is 2 AE, which is 16, and eccentricity they are telling is root 2. So this is 2 ones are 2, 8s are. So A is equals to 8 upon root 2, eccentricity value. So A will be equals to what? So 4 root 2 is value of A. Okay. Alright, the equation will be what? So equation, okay, so what we need to do is we need to get the value of B as well. So eccentricity formula is E square is equals to 1 plus B square by A square. Eccentricity is 2 is equals to 1 plus B square. Now B square by A square. So this is 4 4 is 16, 16 into 2 is 32. So 1 B square is actually 32. Okay, so this is x square by 4 root 2 whole square minus y square upon this is 32 is equals to 1. Okay, 4 root 2 is also 32, right? So x square minus y square is equals to 32 is matching with option D, everybody. Yes, getting it, understanding it. Okay, shall we move on to the next problem, everybody? Yes. Hey, I don't know why I'm getting this weird feeling that when ma'am see our chit chat and don't caring, she just ignored the chats which are irrelated to academics. Do I have any other option, huh, Diya? Do I have any other option? Moon, Litsk. Okay. See, I don't know which language do you talk in. Sometimes there is some different language going on in the chat box. And all I can do is either I can ignore or I can just remove it. And I feel ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is a thing which is given to a humankind, mankind, and it is a bliss. Okay. If God has not given us the ignorance, I don't know what we would have done. Okay. All right. Chalo. Next question. If n is even, then the middle term in the expansion of this. See, if n is even, see, there are how many terms total? Total n plus 1 terms. Okay. If n is even, then the middle term, you know what will be the middle term? Middle term will be nothing but n by 2 plus 1 will be the middle term. That is nc n by 2 x square n minus, so your r will be this, n minus n by 2 and 1 by x power n by 2. This is going to be 924 x power 6. Now let's do one thing. So this is nc n by 2. This is x power 2n minus n minus this is what? N by 2. This is nothing but 924, not 6, 4 x power 6. Compare. So this is n minus n by 2. So n by 2 is equals to 6. N is nothing but 12. So total number of terms will be option B, 12. Okay. Yes. Ma'am, you know Kannada? No, I don't know Kannada. That is why I know very little Kannada. Okay, I can talk in Kannada by the way. Little. Can you teach me Kannada in the chat box? It will be more productive. I will teach you mathematics. You can teach me Kannada. Okay, so I know how to say my name is Namrata. So it's Nanna Hesaru Namrata. And I only know 2 more things which you might find a little funny. Like Madi, share Madi and subscribe Madi. Okay. Just BJS, if you are listening, just rate my Kannada. Okay. All right. Next question. Very easy question. Which of the following is an empty set? Okay. So I have already said now. So you like Madi already. Huh? Do like Madi. Yes. So empty set, so I know the very first set is x square plus 1 is equals to 0. I know that x will be equals to plus minus iota. Iota is not a real number. So that means x belongs to real will not be applicable. So this is the only empty set. This should be the only empty set. Okay. BJS is saying, oh wow, super ma'am. Nice. Okay. All right. Next. Ma'am, can you take MET exam? Okay, MET exam, I'll look into it. Okay. Yes. A and B are events such that probability of A is 1 by 4, probability of A slash B is half, probability of B slash A is 2 by 3. See, you know the formula? Probability of A slash B is probability of A intersection B upon probability of B, which is, as per the question, is given as half. Probability of B is unknown to us. Now, the second thing, probability of B slash A is nothing but probability of A intersection B upon probability of A, which is nothing but 2 by 3. Probability of A is 1 by 4. So, from here, probability of A intersection B is 2 by 3 into 1 by 4. 2 ones are 2 twos are. So, this is 1 by 6. 1 by 6. Yes, 1 by 6. Probability of A intersection B is nothing but 1 by 6. So, this is 1 by 6 and this is your 2 is equals to probability of B. So, this is 1 by 3 will be nothing but probability of B. Probability of B will be 1 by 3, which is matching with option A. So, you need to put the value over here. Okay, yes. All right, clear? Okay, the next question is from permutation and combination. Okay, which says 10 chairs are numbered as 1 to 10. 3 women and 2 men wish to occupy 1 chair each. Okay, first the woman choose the chairs marked 1 to 10. So, out of these 6 chairs, I need 3 chairs for women. So, 6P3 because I need 3 chairs and so I will select 3 chairs and I'll arrange the chairs among themselves. Okay, now remaining 4 chairs are there. Remaining 4 chairs will be occupied by 2 men. So, I'll be selecting 2 chairs and arranging it. So, 6P3 into 4P2, direct answer is option A. Yes? Okay. All right. Thank you, Kaustubh. All right. Next question, next question, next question. Yes. So, the next question on your screen is this from the world of quadratic equations. Okay. All right. So, alpha and beta are roots of this equation. So, this is x square minus x minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay. So, Kaustubh, can you tell me if alpha and beta are roots of this equation? Just tell me that what is sum of roots? Alpha plus beta is nothing but minus b by a. So, minus of minus 1 by 1. So, that is 1. Alpha plus beta is 1 and alpha beta is nothing but c by a, that is going to be minus 1. Okay. Alright. So, alpha beta is minus 1. So, from here I have got this information. Now, what are they looking for is alpha square plus beta square. Okay. Now, Kaustubh, can you tell me what is the formula for alpha plus beta whole square? Okay. See, your attention was what I was wearing, but your attention should be here. That what is the formula for alpha plus beta square? I think that's the basic identity. Everybody should be aware about it. So, let me write down in the white color because you like white color, I think. Okay. So that you remember this formula. Alpha plus beta whole square, 1 square is equals to, now alpha plus square plus beta square value, so I don't know. Plus 2 alpha beta, I am just putting the values, so minus 2. So alpha square plus beta square, anybody in the chat box, is nothing but 3. So clearly the answer should be 3, but I feel I have I made any mistake over here? Okay, so oops. So this is x square minus x plus 1. See, x square minus x. This is not an equal sign. So this is plus 1. So alpha beta is nothing but plus 1. So now your answer will be what, everybody in the chat box? Alpha square plus beta square is nothing but 1 minus 2, which is nothing but minus 1. So correct answer is option C. Okay, all right. Ma'am, can we do like roots are omega and omega square? No, actually listen, x cube is equals to 1. Okay. So the roots of this equation, x minus 1, x square plus 1, x plus 1. So roots of this equation will be omega and omega square. But if I talk about this, the roots of this equation will be what? Minus omega and minus omega square. So minus omega and minus omega square will work for you. So here this is minus omega whole square plus minus omega square whole square. So this is omega square plus omega power 4. Now omega square plus omega power 4. So this is omega square plus omega. You know that 1 plus omega square is 0. So omega plus omega square will be minus 1. So in this method also you are getting option C as absolutely right. Okay, got it? Yes. Okay, Diya, why do you call me Pookie, ma'am? I mean, what is so Pookie about me? Next question. Next question. Okay, are we ready? All right. Acha, you are asking, ma'am, KCET abbreviation. That means what is the full form of KCET, right? So KCET full form. KCET full form is Karnataka Common Entrance Test, my dear students. Okay, Karnataka Common Entrance Test, KCET. Okay, so this question, yes. Now this is my favorite question. All right, so this is e power log of tan 1 degree. Tan 1 degree. Okay, plus log of tan 2 degree and all the way up to log of tan 89 degree. Okay, now I am going to apply the property e power log of. What is the property? Log A plus log B plus log C plus log D plus log E is nothing but log A, B, C, D, E. So log of tan 1 degree, tan 2 degree, tan 3 degree and all the way up to tan 89 degree. You know what? Tan 89 degree is nothing but cot 1 degree. Cot 1 multiplied tan 1 is 1. Similarly, tan 2 and tan 88 will be cot 2 degree. Everything will get cancelled out. See, there are 89 terms, so 88 terms will get cancelled out. In between, there will be tan 45 degree, which will be the left out term. There will be no pairing for 45, but tan 45 in itself is 1 only. So everything inside this, so e power log 1. Log 1 is 0, so e power 0, so this is 1. Option C is absolutely right. Okay. All right. Okay. Next question. Are we ready for it? Yes. This question. Relations. Very easy question. Let the relation R is defined by N. N is a natural number. Okay. So basically, any ordered pair which will satisfy this relation will sit inside your relation. Okay. Now, as per the question, we need to check that our relation is what, okay? So, if I put A is equals to 1, what are we going to get? See, put first thing, A is equals to 1. So, if you put A is equals to 1, your 2B will be equals to 24, so B is 12. Second, put A is equals to 2, so 3 2s are 6. 27 minus 6 will be 21. So, 2B is equals to 21, B will be 21 by 2. No, cannot happen. Because all the natural numbers will be there. So, A will be 2, A is equals to 2 will not give me B as a natural number. Because we need to define in natural number. So, A will be 3. So, 3 3s are 9. So, 2B is equals to 27 minus 9 is 18. So, B is nothing but 9. 3, 9. Can you see 1, 12, 3, 9? Then third option will be A is equals to 4 will not work. A is equals to 5. Because if you put A is equals to 4, it will give you non-natural number B. B will be non-natural number. Okay. So, if A is 5, then what will happen? Put 5. 5 3s are 15. So, 27 minus 15 will be what? So, that is going to give you 12. So, 2B is equals to 12. B is equals to 6. Fourth, A is equals to 7. So, B will be equals to 3. If A will be 9, 9 3s are 27. B will be 0. So, we need to just stop it over here. Because 0 is not a natural number. So, only 4 ordered pairs which is matching with option A. Everybody? Yes, infinity in experiments. Thank you so much. Can do option elimination. Definitely you can do option elimination. Okay, now the next question on your screen is this. If the set X contain 7 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and set Y contain 8 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then they are talking about number of bijective element. Bijective means 1, 1 and on 2. Now understand there are 7 and there are 8 elements. So 1, 1 means that 1 will get connected to 1. See, so 7 elements will connected to these 7 elements, but this 1 element will be left out. If you try to make it count, so it will become not a function. So this element will always be left out. So not, basically there cannot be any 1, 1 function possible. So 1, 1 function is not possible. If 1, 1 is not possible, that means bijection is also not possible. So total number of 1, 1 function will be 0 in this case. Yes, Shweta, absolutely right. Okay, are you getting my point? Yes, I need to check. I need to check whether you're liking my session or not. Okay, because you guys are not liking it at all, at all. Okay. Next question. Domain of cos inverse GIF of x. So we know that GIF of x should be lying between -1 and 1. That means your GIF of x will have only 3 values, because GIF x takes integral values now. So between -1 to 1, how many integral values you have? 3. So if your GIF x is equals to -1, x belongs to -1 to 0. Okay. So if your GIF x is 0, so your x belongs to 0 to 1. And if your GIF x is equals to 1, x belongs to 1 to 2. Okay. So finally, if you take union -1 to 0, 0 to 1, 1 to 2. So -1 to 2, in which -1 is included but 2 is excluded. So -1 is included. So this is wrong, because -1 I want in my answer. So I think option D is absolutely right, where -1 though is included but 2 is excluded. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Now we need to differentiate this. Okay. So this is your U and this is your V. U over here is x power sine x. V over here is sine x power x. Okay. So y over here, dy by dx will be du by dx plus dv by dx. Okay, so if you differentiate this, so before differentiating you have to take log. So log of u is equals to sine x log x. Now differentiate. 1 by u du by dx is equals to log x cos x plus this is sine x by x. Okay, so differentiation will be what? Tell me. It is going to become x power sine x, that is your u, multiply log of x cos x plus sine x by x plus sine x power x. So sine x power x. So sine x power x differentiation, everybody. So again take log v is equals to x log sine x. Okay, so this is x upon sine x into cos x plus log sine x as it is. So this is nothing but x cos x upon sine x plus log of sine x. Okay, now put x is equals to pi by 2. If you put x is equals to pi by 2, what are you going to get? Pi by 2 power sine pi by 2. So this is pi by 2 power 1. Log of pi by 2 and this is cos of pi by 2, which is 0. This is sine pi by 2 1 upon pi by 2. So this is 2 by pi. Plus, what about this pi by 2? Sorry, this is 1 power pi by 2. So this is 1. Now again, this will be 0 log of 1. So this is also 0. Okay. So the correct answer will be just 1, which is matching with option C. Everybody? Yes, getting it? Shall we move on to the next problem, everybody? Yes. Next problem is from the world of statistics and probability, I would say. Find the mean number of heads in 3 tosses of a fair coin. Okay, so 3 tosses of a fair coin. See what is happening. So this is your random variable, this is your probability. Okay, that's it. Random variable, this is your probability. Yes. Let me just remove it. Okay. Now, see, x can be 0, number of heads, right? 1, 2 and 3. Maximum number of heads in 3 tosses will be 3. See, if I am throwing the coin, see, if I am throwing a coin 3 times. So, maximum number of head can be 3. First time I am tossing, I am getting a head. Then I am getting a head. Then I am getting a head. Okay. Now, how to just first of all write total number of outcomes TH. TH, TH, TH. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 are the total number of outcomes. Then we are having TT, HH, TT, HH. Then we are having TT, TT, H, H, H and H. Okay. So over here, when the number of heads is 0, what is the probability? Can you see number of heads is 0 is only of in one case, which is triple T. Rest everything here, number of head is 1, number of head is 1, number of head is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So this the probability will be 1 by 8. Then the number of head being 1. So this is one case. Then we are having one more case for that. One more case for that. Then that's it. Okay. So 3 by 8. 3 cases. Then number of heads being 2. Everybody. Number of heads being 2. So this is 2 head. Then we are having 2 head over here. Then we are having 2 head over here. So this is going to be 3 by 8 again. And the number of heads is 3 is only in the last case, which is 1 by 8 again. Now the mean. What is the formula of mean? So mean is nothing but sigma xi pi. That is 0 into 1 by 8 plus 1 into 3 by 8 plus 2 into 3 by 8 plus 3 by 8. So this is 6 plus 3, 9, 9 plus 3, so 12 by 8 is number of mean. So 3 4s are 12, 4 3s are 4, 2s are 3 by 2, 1.5. Option A is absolutely right, everybody. Teacher, your native state. My native state is Indore, Madhya Pradesh. Okay, I'm from Madhya Pradesh. Then the next question, again a very easy question. Corner point of feasible region are given. Okay, minimum value of Z. All right, minimum value. Okay. So 0, 2 if you put, what will you get? You will get 12. So from here you will get 12. 3, 0 again 12. 6, 0 so 24. 6, 8 you will get 6 4s are 24, 6 8s are 44. Something which is greater than all these. So this is 30. So I think 12 is the minimum value. Okay, so 0, 2 and 3, 0. So minimum is having at only 2 points. Option D is absolutely right. Yes. Okay, everybody getting it? Now the next question. Next question is from definite integration. That too from the world of limits of a sum as definite integration. See, let me just tell you, limit n tending to infinity 1 by n f of r by n is nothing but integration of f of x dx 0 to 1. There is a summation involved over here. So this is the concept. Now what we need to do is we need to make this summation. We need to make this format in this standard format. Then only we'll be able to do this question. This question is not very difficult question. You just need to understand that if you convert this question into this format, you will get your answer. So see how I convert this question into integration question. First of all, limit n tend to infinity. Okay, so this is n upon n square plus r square. This is your sigma. R is equals to 1, and what would be the last term? So this is 1 upon 5n. Can I write 1 upon 5n square? This is n upon n square plus 2n square. So now can you see, starting from 1 square, 2 square, 3 square, this is your last term. So it will be r is equals to 1 to 2n. The last term will be, the last value of r is 2n, correct? Now what we need to do is, we need to convert this. How are we going to do that? So first of all, I am going to take n common from the numerator and n square common from the denominator. So limit n tend to infinity, n common and n square common. So this is 1 upon n. Sigma r is equals to 1 to 2n, and this is 1 upon 1 plus r by n whole square. Okay, so this is integration 1 upon 1 plus x square dx. But the question arises is what will be the limit, ma'am? What will be the limit? Understand, here limit writing should be extremely careful. See here, r by x is getting replaced by r by n is getting replaced by x. See, the lower limit will be r is equals to 1. The moment I put r is equals to 1, 1 upon n, where n is infinity, so 1 upon infinity is 0, 0 will be the lower limit. If I talk about the upper limit for, so you have to put r is equals to 2n. When you put r is equals to 2n, x will be equals to 2. Okay, so 2 will be the upper limit, not 1 but 2. So limit is subjective, depends on the question. So this is tan inverse x 0 to 2. So tan inverse 2 is absolutely right, which is matching with option C. Everybody getting it, understanding it? Okay. Next question, shall I move on to the next question? This question is based on binomial distribution. Okay, the formula for binomial distribution, understand that see, probability of r success will be MCR, failure probability power r, and success probability power r and failure power n minus r. This is the formula. Okay, so over here, if a random variable x follows the binomial distribution with parameter n is equals to 5, right? So probability of 2 success will be 5c2, probability of success power 2 and probability of failure power 3 is equals to 9 times. Now x is equals to 3. So 5c3, probability of success power 3, failure power 2. This is what you're getting. And now they are talking about p. What is the value of p? And obviously p plus q, probability of failure plus success will be 1. So p plus q is 1. 5c2 and 5c3 are actually equal, if you notice. So let us cancel out this. First of all, the very first thing, p square is getting cancelled out with this, and q square is getting cancelled out with this. So this is q is equals to 9p. Now q is also equals to 1 minus p is equals to 9p. So 1 is equals to 10p. So p is equals to 1 upon 10. P is nothing but 1 by 10. Option B is absolutely right. Okay. Alrighty. Clear? Next question. Okay. The next question on your screen is from the world of geometric progression, basically sequence and series. Okay. Right. Sn stands for sum to n terms of a GP with A as the first term and R as the common ratio. Then Sn upon S of 2n is what? Okay, sum of n terms. So A into R power n minus 1 upon R minus 1 whole upon S of 2n, 2n terms, A, R power 2n minus 1 upon R minus 1. So now if I cancel the term, A cancel, R minus 1 cancel. So this is what? R power n minus 1. Now if I split this, R power n plus 1 and R power n minus 1. So this is 1 upon R power n plus 1 is the correct answer, which is matching with option D. Okay. All right. Yes. Understanding it, getting it. Okay. All right. The next question, shall we move on to the next problem? Yes. Let's move on to the next problem. Hold on. So, yes. Right? Modulus of this complex number is what we need to figure out. So, Supriya, are you from 2026? Are you a 2026 aspirant, Supriya? Modulus of complex number, okay? So, modulus of 1 plus iota whole square, 1 plus 3 iota upon 2 minus 6 iota, 2 minus 2 iota. This is what you're looking for. So, modulus of this is 2. Modulus of this is square root of 1 square plus 3 square, so 10. Modulus of this, if you take 2 common, square root of 1 minus 3 iota, so 10. And this is what if you take 2 common, square root of 2. So this will be your answer. Now start cancelling. 2 cancel, root 10 cancel. 1 upon 2 root 2. If you rationalize it, you'll be like root 2 by 4 is absolutely correct answer, which is matching with option B. Yes, Supriya, do not worry. There is a lot to come for 2026 aspirant. You'll be like, whatever we have did for 2025 aspirants, now we are going to surpass it, okay? So we are going to bring apart J of obsessions J will be there. But apart from that, there will be a lot of things, okay? All right. Nth term of this series is what they are looking for. So 1, 3, 5. Okay, so this is 7 by 7 cube. So 1, 3, 5, 7. So 1, 3, 2n minus 1 upon 7 power n minus 1. So clearly it is matching with option C. Okay. All right. Done. We are almost done with today's session, by the way, if you understand. Okay. Fx is sine 2x plus cos 2x. And then, fx, this is also fx, this is also fx. Hold on. G of fx, right? So, g of fx. Fx is this. This is your gx. Okay. Now, they are talking about g of fx. So, g of fx will be equals to fx whole square minus 1. So, fx is sine 2x plus cos 2x whole square minus 1. Sine square plus cos square is 1 plus 2 sine 2x cos 2x minus 1. So this is sine 4x. So g of f of x is sine 4x. Now sine function is invertible in minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. So 4x belongs to minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. That means x belongs to minus pi by 8 to plus pi by 8, which is matching with option D. Yes. Yes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, dot, Z. What is your doubt? Tell me. Okay, what is your doubt? Now, this question cos 1200. Okay. And this angle. See, we need to write the table of 360. 360 degree. Then 720 degree. Okay, then if you add 360, so this is 1080 degree. Okay. One more time, if you add 360 degree, so this is 4 and 1080 360. So 0 1440. I think till here we are fine. That's it. Now just tell me one thing. Cos 1200 will be cos 3 into 1080 degree. Okay, sorry. 3 into 360. Or what you can do is you can write, see 1200 will be 1080, correct? So this is 1100. So plus 120. Can I write 120? Plus tan 1485. So 1440 plus 45, correct? 1080 is what? Cos. This is your 3 pi plus 120. Plus this is tan 1440 is 4 pi plus 45. Now tan 4 pi plus theta is tan theta. So this is tan 45 only. And that cos 3 pi plus. So ASTC. So cos 3 pi plus theta. Cos odd pi plus theta is minus cos 120. Cos 120 is minus half. So plus half plus 1 half plus 1 is 3 by 2, option B. Okay. All right. Shall we move on to the next problem? Everybody? Yes. Okay. This is the problem, right? Yes. This is from, what do you call? Comet K and are same or not? KCET. No. These are exams are not same. Comet K and KCET are not same, my dear students. Okay. Yes. So this is your function and they are saying that whether this function is injective or not. So f dash x will tell you everything. F dash x will tell you everything. X minus 1 whole square, x minus 1 kept constant 2, minus sign this time 2x is kept constant and this is. Okay, so 2x cancel, minus 1 upon x minus 1 whole square, which is less than 0. That means it is a decreasing function. Now decreasing function are always 1 function. So that means option D is wrong, option B is wrong. Function is definitely injective, but whether it is 1 or onto or not, let me check. So if I talk about the range will be y belongs to all real values minus 2 upon 1. This is the ninja technique. Minus 2 by 1. Okay. 2 by 1. R minus 2 by 1. So all real values minus 2. Now if I talk about this, see, this is your codomain and this is your range. Codomain and range are not matching. So this is not at all a surjective, or what we call as an onto function. Not onto. So injective but not surjective. So that is why option A is absolutely right. Next question on your screen. Maximum slope of this curve is what they are looking for. Yes, both are for Karnataka. No, both are not for Karnataka. See, Comet K exam, let me check. So I think Comet K is an all, yes. See, let me write. KCET is for Karnataka student. And this is government exam for government institute. Comet K is an all India exam, the fees of, and this is the exam for private institutes. So fees from Comet K exam institutions will be greater than KCET. Okay. Alright. Maximum slope. So dy by dx should be maximum. So let us first calculate dy by dx will be nothing but slope, which is minus 3x square plus 6x plus 2. Now this is your slope. Now your slope will be maximum. So dm by dx should be equals to 0 for slope to be maximum, correct? So minus 6x plus 6 is equals to 0. X is nothing but 1. X is nothing but 1. So x over here is 1 and maximum slope they are talking about. So if you put 1 in the place of slope, minus 3 plus 6 plus 2. So 6 plus 2, 8, 8 minus 3, 5. Option C absolutely right. Okay. Option C is absolutely right. Okay, now the solution of differential equation x dy is equals to y dx. So just keep x and y on the same side. Okay, so this is ln y is equals to ln x plus ln c. So y is equals to cx. Y is equals to cx is straight line passing through origin. Option C is absolutely correct. Okay, alright everybody, now we are done with all 50 questions right away. But please do not go from here because I have something to tell. First thing is we have a full-fledged channel. Let me just write over here. Let me just open this. Okay. So let me just start writing Vedantu Karnataka. So if you, so where are we writing? Hold on. Vedantu Karnataka. Vedantu Karnataka. Okay. All right. So this is the channel. Okay, for KCET and boards. Just go here, see, and see KCET questions. Let me just reduce a brightness a bit. KCET sessions are going on full-fledged. Can you see KCET 2025? Then KCET, so many sessions, dedicated teachers to teach you for KCET Comed K and your board examination, which you have already given. Okay, so this is the channel. Do explore it. That is number one thing. Number two thing, if you are serious about KCET examination, see, I have always told you, if you're serious, then you have to give, at least you have to give the mock test. I know that syllabus, you might feel that I have covered overall all the syllabus in my JEE main curriculum. That is good, that is fine. But see, KCET test series, just go and buy this test series. What are you waiting for? In this test series, if you click here, for 650 rupees, you're getting 10 mock papers. Okay. And you know what? If at all you find it a little bit more costly, or you feel that I want to target more exams, okay, so can you see KCET, SRMJ, VIT, EEE, Comed K, then we are having extra mile test series, in which you will get the combo, complete combo in just rupees 1250. Sorry, 1200, and yesterday it was 1250. See, 50 rupees they have increased. So that is 1299 rupees you're going to get, and you're going to get all 10 examination, total 100 mock papers. So there are 10 examinations, okay, each examination will consist of 10 mock papers. So 100 mock tests for various exams you're getting. So this is, I think, if you're targeting more than one exam now, then this is something which is beneficial for you. So just what are you waiting for? Buy this series right away. And this is your Ninja Ma'am, and I'm going to take your leave. But before leaving, do let me know in the comment section that which exam do you want to target next. Okay, all right, bye bye, see you.